Fans traveling to the upcoming FIFA World Cup in North America could face higher ticket prices and travel disruptions as the Iran crisis continues to shake global aviation. Airports are already seeing operational strain. Experts say restricted airspace and rising fuel costs are pushing airlines to raise fares ahead of the tournament. Aviation and tourism expert Anita Mendirata says the conflict is already affecting major global events and travel planning.
We're already seeing major events being stopped. So the Bahrain and the Saudi Formula One, both of those were cancelled this past weekend. So we're seeing caution around major events unfolding. What's concerning now is merely seeing how does the implication of airspace shortage, what is that going to do in terms of travel? People's ability to travel, the seat capacity and the availability of flights, and the impact, of course, on the price of oil and what that means to ticket prices for airlines.
The conflict has disrupted energy supplies and aviation fuel markets, sending jet fuel prices sharply higher and putting pressure on airline operations worldwide.
Increasing about 30 to 40%, but that is all a hypothesis based on how long the military action continues and how rapidly we're going to be able to bring the price of oil back down and increase the capacity of flights.
Across global airports, airlines are adjusting routes and schedules as cancellations and delays begin to appear.
We know that there will be an impact because, again, the price of oil is going to increase, increasing fuel costs, and the number of seats that are available for global travel are distinctly down.
With the World Cup just months away, demand for flights is already high, and prices could climb even further.
That with the World Cup, for instance, that there's going to be increases in particularly domestic travel costs because airlines will bunch their seats up between 30 and 70%. That happens all the time, which is a great shame, but the demand is there. Add on top of that now the cost for increased flights because of the fuel, and we have an additional element. So international travel, we expect travel to go up 30% because of the shortage and the fuel costs. But then when you look at the actual World Cup tickets, we'd expect another 30% on top of that.
The tournament, jointly hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico, is expected to attract millions of fans worldwide.
They came in, a lot of people that shouldn't be here. So now.
But when we look at the World Cup, fans coming from, for instance, and teams coming from Europe and the UK, it won't be an issue because there are direct routes in. If you're coming, however, from Asia and Africa, that's where they're going to get stung because we're looking at about 40% coming across from those areas, and the easiest way to travel is through the Middle Eastern corridor.
But fans traveling from Asia and Africa could face the biggest disruption because many flights pass through Middle Eastern hubs.
On the teams or their fan base, they're going to have to look at alternatives. And alternatives mean diversions. That means increased cost and increased time to travel. So it's a very difficult calculus at the moment for however long the war is going to continue.
That uncertainty is making travel planning far more complicated for both airlines and supporters.
It's not only the airspace, it's the immediate closure, slow reopening, closure that makes it very difficult for people to be able to plan ahead. So with the World Cup, it's not only about getting your tickets into the stadium, it's getting air travel that you know you can count on.
Despite the challenges, organizers are still preparing for one of the largest World Cups ever held.
Mr. President, this is your prize.
The heart of travel is ultimately confidence. People only want to travel when they're confident that they're going to be safe, that the money they're putting into it and the time is going to be worth it. So sadly, in a situation of Mexico where we had the issue with the drug cartels, naturally that makes people very concerned because we know that with this World Cup, which is historic, and that it's 39 days long, massive geography, 3 countries coming together, it's an important opportunity. But with Mexico now having concerns, people are going to question, are they they going to follow their teams? Are they going to go down to Mexico? Which is incredibly sad, because it's not only the economic impact of the games for a nation like Mexico, it's the way in which reputationally they re-strengthen as part of the international community, the benefits to tourism. What's happening now in terms of their crisis puts them on the back foot, unfortunately, and it just makes people more cautious. I might go to the World Cup, but will I go south to Mexico?
Airlines across Europe are still preparing for the massive travel surge expected during the competition.
There's going to be natural competition, and a lot of it is based on, again, capacity. Are there the hotel rooms? Are there the flights? Because more and more people are staying closer to home and staying in the region. And this is where one hopes that the industry just keeps itself very focused and very responsible. Take advantage of the fact that there is interest, but don't take advantage of the people who are interested. We saw that coming out of COVID, where domestic tourism destinations, regional destinations, increased their prices, and all they ended up doing was actually damaging distinctly their tourism identity.
For now, fans planning the trip may need to prepare for higher costs and longer routes before kickoff.